Dear friends, today we are going to see steam turbine. So here is the definition of steam turbine. A steam turbine is a prime mover in which the potential energy of the steam is transformed into kinetic energy and later in its turn is transformed into the mechanical energy of rotation of the turbine shaft. So here the classification of steam turbine. Generally, there are two types of steam turbines, impulse turbine and reaction turbine. In impulse turbine, steam coming out through a fixed nozzle at a very high velocity strikes the blades fixed on the periphery of rotor. The blades change the direction of steam flow without changing its pressure. The force due to change of momentum causes the rotation of the turbine shaft. Example, De Laval, Curtis and Retaux turbines. Then in reaction turbine, the steam expands both in fixed and moving blades continuously as the steam passes over them. The pressure drop occurs continuously over both moving and fixed blades. Combination of this impulse and reaction turbine is also there. So in impulse turbine we are using a fixed nozzle. In reaction turbine generally the expansion occurs in between the blades. So according to number of pressure stages, it is also classified as single stage turbine and multi-stage impulse and reaction turbine. In single stage turbines, these turbines are mostly used for driving centrifugal compressors, blowers and other similar machinery. In multi-stage impulse and reaction turbines, they are made in a wide range of power capacities varying from small to large. And according to type of steam flow, so according to type, it is also classified as axial turbines and radial turbines. In these turbines, steam flows in a direction parallel to the axis of the turbine rotor. That's why it is called axial. And in radial turbines, in these turbines, steam flows in a direction perpendicular to the axis of the turbine. One or more low pressure stages are made axial. Now, it is also classified according to number of the shafts, single shaft turbine and multi-shaft turbines. Also, according to the method of governing, so turbine with throttle governing, turbines with nozzle governing, and turbines with bypass governing. In throttle governing, in these turbines, fresh steam enters through one or more, depending on the power developed, simultaneously operated throttle valves. In nozzle governing, fresh steam enters through one or more consecutively opening regulators. And in this bypass governing, the steam besides being fed to the first stage is also directly fed to one, two or even three intermediate stages of the turbine. Also according to the heat drop process, condensing turbine with generator, condensing turbines with one or more intermediate stage extractions, backup pressure turbines and topping turbines. Now, according to the steam condition at the inlet to the turbine, it is also classified as low pressure turbines, medium pressure turbines, high pressure turbines, very high pressure turbines and supercritical pressure turbines. So in low pressure turbines, these turbines use steam at pressure of 1.2 atA to 2 atA. Then medium pressure turbines, these turbines use steam up to a pressure of 40 atA. High pressure turbines, these turbines use steam at a pressure above 40 atA. So above 40 atA we are using in high pressure turbines. Very high pressure turbines, these turbines use steam at a pressure of 170 atA and higher and temperatures of 550 degrees Celsius and higher. In supercritical pressure turbines, the turbines use steam at pressure of 225 atpa and higher. So it is much higher. Now, according to their uses in industry, so it is also classified in three categories. Stationary turbines with constant speed of rotation. These turbines are primarily used for driving alternators. Then stationary turbines with variable speed of rotation. These turbines are meant for driving turbo blowers, air circulators, pump, etc. Then non-stationary turbines with variable speed. These turbines are usually employed in steamers, ship and railway locomotives. Now here are the advantages of steam turbines over steam engines. So first advantage is the thermal efficiency is much higher. Second, as there is no reciprocating parts, perfect balancing is possible and therefore heavy foundation is not required. Third one is higher and greater range of speed is possible. Fourth advantage is the lubrication is very simple as there are no rubbing parts. Fifth one, the power generation is at uniform rate and hence no flywheel is required. Sixth, the steam consumption rate is lesser. More seventh one, more compact and require less attention during operation. Eighth one, more suitable for large power plants. Ninth, less maintenance cost as construction and operation is highly simplified due to absence of parts like piston rod, crosshead, connecting rod. 10th, considerable overloads can be carried at the expense of slight reduction in overall efficiency.